In this lesson, we'll be learning how to create a sky dome. The first thing we need to do is create our object. We go to Create tab, Geometry, Sphere, give ourselves a nice big sphere. I'm going to left view, and I'm going to move that object to 0, 0, 0 world space. Right. The next thing I'm going to do is modify that. Go to the Modify panel, right-click on Sphere, convert to Editable Poly. I'm opening my sub-objects, going to use polygons, selecting the lower half of the hemisphere. I'm going to delete those. I don't need those. Oh, click on the object. Now I'm going to modify the proportions of that sphere, or half sphere. I'm going to select on non-uniform scale, and I'm going to squash that down while maintaining this edge curve. Oh, as you can see, that's more of the hemisphere that we're looking for. The next step is to go to Photoshop, where I can find my map that I've chosen. We're looking for an image of a panoramic sky. So you can find those on Google, or any number of sites sell those. If you Google sky maps or panoramic sky maps, you will be able to find a map if you're looking for something that's going to be able to wrap completely seamlessly. So once I have a good candidate, I want to make sure that that is square to start with. So we'll go to Image, Size. We're going to make that a nice size, 1024 by 1024. Now we have a square map, and you will see some distortion, and we're going to create more distortion. We're going to Filter, Distort, Polar Coordinates, and that will create a spherical looking map. Now you can get in here and edit this area so that it doesn't look so pinched. Go ahead and doctor that up in Photoshop, and we'll go ahead and save that. And now we're going back to Max to apply that. Open my material editor, and I'm going down here to Maps, Diffuse, it's a bitmap. Say OK, and there it is. I'm going to load that onto my object and show standard map in viewport. And as you can see, the UVs don't match up. So what I want to do is modify that. Put this away, we don't need that. The way that we're going to modify that is to select our polygon subobject, go to Unwrap UVW, the Modify panel, and right down here in the lower portion, we are going to map that with a planar projection. And as you can see, when I click on planar, it remaps that UV coordinates, and now we have a map that's projected on this hemisphere from the top down. That's going to give us some distortion, which can be corrected with a tool called Relax. The first thing we're going to do is collapse all, and you can go ahead and apply that again. I like to collapse in between steps. Go ahead and create or select on your faces, and up here we're going to get parameters edit, and you can see that we have our UVs mapped out. And what the tool Relax does is simply modify the UVs to conform more to the scale of the position of the vertex. So under Tools, Relax, there are several options that you want to pay attention to here. You want to know which one of these you're going to use. We're going to use edge angles. And we're going to click on Keep Boundary Points Fixed. We don't want to move our boundary. We simply want to relax the UVs in the center of the object. So now with these settings, we're going to apply. And you can see that it's beginning to relax that and pull this more into position of the vertices. So we're going to apply that again and again, and perhaps one more time, so that we can begin to see what we want. And as soon as we're happy with what we have, I'm going to try one more time. There we go. I think I'm happy with that. We're going to go ahead and close out of the tools. Select on the top of the modifier, collapse all. And there's one more step. You can see that we cannot see the image on the interior, it's on the exterior, and in order to do that, we need to flip the normals. So we're going to the sub-object polygon. If they're not selected, you can click and drag and select those again, and we're going to use Edit Polygons tool, flip right down here in the Modify panel, and you can see that now we can view the map applied to the inside and not the exterior. So once we have that, we can then bring this sky cube into the scene file, scale it to encompass all of the terrain, and use it accordingly. Okay.